from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hope he continues improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got room. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Flushed out right.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they played much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. Now it's Herbert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan.
Travis Kelce. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce his second touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Oh, nice move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, 26 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 50 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On 1st down, Mahomes. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
The Chiefs value what Edwards-Helaire brings to a backfield group, both as a runner and a receiver. Average over 60 all-purpose yards per game for them across 10 contests. They know he can produce even more if he can stay healthy for the full season.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Herbert going to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.